Do you hate the thought of working past 55 or 60? Do you hate not being able to live the life you deserve today? Do you hate not knowing what your financial future looks like? It's time to stop doing what you hate. Here's your host, Mr. Harold Green.
Oh, aloha, everybody. This is Harold Green of Breakthrough Financial Group, and it's time to stop doing what you hate. Man, I hope you are having a fantastic week and that everything is going well in your life and that you are on top and rising and getting better and better and better every day. Man, I'm glad to be here sharing today's show with you all. And I'm just going to give you the title real quick. It's What to Do in Hard Times. Now, this is not what you think it's about. All right. So today's show is going to be a quick hitter. It's going to be like jab, 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 and then I'm out. And so I want to talk a little bit about my week. It's been very interesting. A lot of stuff has been going on, some good things, some tough things. I'll share with you a couple of wins. And the first one is my daughter got into UC Berkeley grad school for architecture. It's basically a city planning master's degree. And man, she's done a phenomenal job. She also got into Michigan's planning master's program. She got into Rutgers planning program. So we're pretty excited. So she has her choice of pretty much what she wants to do. She can pretty much write her ticket. And that's what I told her a long time ago. You know, all these things that you're going through, and it's going to pay off. The hard work is going to pay off while you're grinding, and everybody's out there partying and, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, clubbing and all this bull crap. In the end, you're going to have a lot to show for it. So she just kind of shared some of the things that was happening with her. And I said, you know, people are going to hate on you because they didn't do what they're supposed to do. But you did what you're supposed to do. So that's why you're winning right now. So I'm going to celebrate that win with her, and super excited. The other thing is, this is a very interesting one. I always talk to you folks about opportunity. When you work hard and you grind and you put yourself in position, opportunity will find you. It talks about in Psalms, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I'm telling you, opportunity will hunt you down. You don't got to chase money. If you do the right things, money's going to chase you. So someone gave me a phone call the other day, sent me a text, and they said, yo, I want to throw your name in the ring to manage a huge sum of money for an organization. It's being managed by somebody right now. We don't like how that's going. And so we're thinking about splitting everything up, giving you part, letting them manage part, and we'll see. So I was excited about that opportunity, and I still am excited about it. But quite frankly, I'm thankful for it. And it's not like I need it, but somehow it found me based on all of the grinding and all of the hard work that I've been putting in. And if you're a client, I want to say thank you very much for being on board with me. And I know right now things are just kind of crazy, but hang in there. We will get to where we are going. But you know what? Tough times don't last, but tough people do. So y'all ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's get it. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Y'all heard that before. Take it however you want it. What makes somebody tough? I don't know. I mean, are they strong mentally? Are they strong physically? Like when you think about somebody being tough, like I think about back in high school when I wrestled, when I played football, and I played against guys who went to the NFL. Like those guys was like 18 years old, 17 years old, but they were like they had the power of like 5 grown men. I mean, these were some bad dudes. Now, they were tough physically, and a lot of them were tough mentally, because in order to play football at a high level, you got to be mentally tough. And in tough times, it can break you, right? The Bible talks about the spirit of a man shall sustain him. Like, you know, your spirit, like what kind of spirit do you have? And I want to talk about what to do in hard times. This is going to be very interesting. And so I'm going to break it down. I don't always talk about finances in my show, but today is going to be a mixture of finances and some other things. And so buckle up. Let's get it. So I want to talk about where we are right now. As of today, we're in March. The FMOC is going to meet next week and they're going to figure out, and by the time you hear the show, it's going to already be done. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm optimistically excited. I woke up this morning at 2:00 and I gave myself a panic attack. I'm telling you, I woke up and I was like, dude, it's 2:00. It's like 2:00. I was like ready to get it. So my heart started beating real fast. And I'm like, why are you having a panic attack? Like, boy, go get some water and sit down somewhere. So I was like, I haven't had a panic attack in like years. I'm talking about like years and years and years. And so I went to the kitchen, got some water. I tried to go back to bed and it was like, yo, it's like 3:00 now. Like, so what? So I got up, went in the living room, got some more water. And I said, I know what I'll do. I'll lay in the sofa and listen to a podcast show. So I laid in the sofa and I started listening to a podcast show, and it was very interesting what the podcast show was. And it was just very interesting. And so, I just laid there and I tried to go back to sleep. And then finally, 4:30, I just said, dude, just get up. So I got up and I got up and washed my wife's car. And then I went to Starbucks and I got my coffee, and then I started trading. But I did my like daily devotional thing first. And then I started trading. And I didn't trade a lot because the kind of market we're in right now, I mean, it's almost like you're caught in no man's land if you're not careful, right? You got cash and it's like, do you buy now or do you rotate some more to cash? And then like, when do you pounce? Like when do you jump? When do you buy? Or do you just sit there in cash and you wait? And I'm excited because I know that in these tough times in the market, it's presenting buying opportunities in certain stocks. And so I got up and I even started buying last night because I just had this thing like, yo, something's about to happen. I don't know what, but something's about to happen. Now, all investments do carry risk of loss. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Go do your own due diligence, understand your risk tolerance before you invest money. You got to understand that stuff. And at the same time, like, yo, I'm excited. So I started buying more stocks last night. I got my list. I know what I want. And I do the same thing for my clients. I know what I want and I know what I got to jump out of. And I know like when the ride is over, it's time to move a little bit and it's time to rotate. And sometimes I'll rotate to cash and wait. But right now I'm starting to nibble back in. I haven't lightened up the tech positions that I'm in because I'm liking them. And here's why. I think that if there's one industry, and this is in my heart, like, and I got technicals to kind of back this stuff up. Well, I can't say kind of, I have to back it up because that's what I do for a living. So I have technical, I got charts, I got fundamentals. And the fundamentals of these stocks have not changed one bit. They're not struggling to find employees. They're not struggling to make money. The revenues are constantly trending up. Even in this high inflationary period, these companies are making money. And I'm going to tell you the secret to that in a minute. And it's not just, a secret that I know, but it's just a fact, something that I've uncovered. And I've had to look at this in my own life, and I'll talk about it in a minute. And I think it's very important. Like, where are we right now? What cycle are we in? Are we in a recession? Like, are we in a market correction? Are we in a bear market? Like, where are we? And I honestly think, based on what I see in certain stocks are in bear territory. They're like 30, 40%, some 60, 70%, depending on what you're hanging on to. Like Bitcoin, I'm not even going to get into Bitcoin because they hype Bitcoin, then it ramps up, then it trades down. I mean, it's just like going sideways. So I'm not even going to get into Bitcoin. And I try to tell people Bitcoin is a commodity because there's only so much of it, right? And commodities can be very volatile, right? Or volatile. Either way, it moves left and right, up and down real fast. Okay. So I think based on what I see in certain stocks, they're in a correction. Some of them are jumping back and forth between being in bear market and then being in, correction territory. And basically 10% or more being down is correction territory, being down 20% or more and, sustaining that is like bear market territory. So some of these stocks, they're like, they're trading sideways in bear market, meaning they're down 20%. So it's like they go down 25, go up like, 10, back down to 25, back down 30. So you just kind of like, like you're marking time. You're not really going anywhere. So with those kinds of stocks, like you got to know when to like cut your losses, cut your bait, and then take that cash and reposition it somewhere else. But I'm excited about this tech because nothing's really changed in tech. Everybody's beating up on tech like, oh, yo, those PE ratios are high. Why are you buying stocks with high PE ratios, price to earning ratios? Because these stocks are the real winners. And people, there's a war going on between Main Street and Wall Street, like the retail investors and then the Wall Street investors. For me, I feel like I'm more of a retail investor managing my clients' money in a retail investor mindset, but I got to do it professionally because I'm a fiduciary. So I just can't go load up on like AMC and GameStop and all this stuff. I can't like do stupid stuff like that, right? I'm not saying it's stupid, but like if you're gambling with somebody's retirement and they're retired, that's kind of stupid, right? You got to make educated decisions when you're investing people's money. You can't be like, yo, this is hot. I'm going to buy this. It's hot. It's going to pop. And then it crashes and it's like, yo, dude, now you're going to lose your license. So we got to look at the stuff and we got to figure out, all right, so where are we supposed to be right now? Where is your portfolio like right now? Are you cash? Are you commodities? Are you tech? Are you staples? Like, are you financials? I mean, I study a lot of this stuff and I hear all the stuff on TV, what everybody's saying. Everybody has their favorite like sector. Like one guy come on and he'd be like, yo, financials, interest rates are rising, financials going to make money. And then somebody else comes on and says, no, commodities, no, staples, value. And so people are like, what the hell do we do? And here's what you need to do. In this market, you have to reevaluate your portfolio and split this thing up. Money that you need in 1 to 5 years, money that you'll need in 5 to 10 years, and money that you'll need in 10 to 15 years, and then figure out where to put that money in proportion to what you are going to need. It's called the bucket concept, the bucket strategy. I use it in the Rapid Retire program. And if your long-term bucket is full of tech stocks and stuff like that, here's what you got to do. You got to rotate to the tech stocks that have, great cash flow, great balance sheets, low debt, things like that. So you got to understand what you're holding, not just like any kind of tech. Because if you look at Cathie Woods' portfolios, man, they're taking a beating and everybody's like laughing at her and saying like, but I think the woman is pretty smart. I also think that right now they are taking a beating, but a lot of them are holding their positions. But a lot of the people in there are jumping ship. They've lost faith. They're like, yo, I'm out. I want to do something else. I understand that. But that's what you have to do right now in this market, right? But I want to jump back to what to do in hard times, right? Because this is very important. Because I'm not talking about what to do when you're going through hard times. I'm talking about what to do when times around you are hard, right? And one of the things that came to me, and it's correlated, and I thought, man, I was telling a friend yesterday, I said, yo, I don't like turning anybody away. I said, but I'm getting to the point where I don't think I can handle any more clients. Now, I don't know if I ever thought I would say that to myself or say that out loud in a million years. I remember back in 2012, I was having lunch with a friend and they're taking me out for my birthday. I think it was 2012, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit later than that. And I was like, yo, I can't get clients and and this and that. And he said, you know what? You got to create value. You have to create massive value for people and then you'll get clients. You'll get more clients you can handle. And I was like, yo. And then eventually, here's what I had to do. I had to increase my capacity. What is capacity? Capacity, basically, it's an economic term. In economics, it's like production, like sustained productivity in order to generate a product or service, right? How much can you produce? And I'm going to tell you right now, like if you're not producing the level of finances that you need to produce, then you have to increase your capacity. And I'm going to talk about another show a little bit later on, some biblical topics that I really want to get into about enlarging your capacity and enlarging your territory. But I had to increase my capacity. And I'm at that point again where I'm stretching like a rubber band and I feel like I'm about to freaking pop. And I have to go and increase my capacity even more. But like, yo, I'm tired. Yo, I'm like this. I got this going on. I got that going on. And what I come to realize is when you increase your capacity, you're able to handle those things even more. So why do you need to increase your capacity? Because in hard times, that's when you grow. That's when you become successful. That's when you become successful. It's in hard times. Everybody's selling, right? People are selling. They're scared. They need capital. They over leveraged themselves. They overcommitted themselves. They thought they were increasing their capacity by taking foolish risk, but that's all they were doing is taking foolish risk. They were not taking faith-filled risk. They were taking foolish risk because they just went out there headlong and they were not increasing their capacity the right way. So how do we increase our capacity the right way? How do we increase what we can handle the right way? Well, I think it starts by sitting down and understanding why you must increase your capacity, first of all. Is it necessary for you to increase your capacity? And for the most part, in hard times, yes, you're going to have to be able to handle a little bit more, or maybe even a lot more than you're handling right now. So the first thing you got to do is sit down and understand why you need to do it. Second thing you need to do is go take a mental break. Take a little time off, take a breather, do whatever you need to do to reset yourself, to re-energize yourself, and to kind of like just chill, right? And think about the mission that you're going to be on, because you may need to gobble up some more things. Maybe people are going to be bringing deals to you, things that were not even on the table a year or two ago. But in hard times, people get desperate. And when people get desperate, they do crazy stuff, right? They unload property they shouldn't be unloading. They sell stocks they shouldn't be selling. They get rid of businesses they shouldn't be getting rid of. There's going to be some opportunity coming down the road. And I'm excited about that for you. I'm not so happy about it for the people that are going to be losing stuff because their planning is not done the right way. I'm not happy about that at all. But I'm happy for you because you're listening to me. And if we're working together as a client and planner team, right, then we can prepare you a lot better to take advantage of the opportunities that are going to be coming your way. You have to increase your capacity. And to me, that's what makes a person tough. Somebody in hard times who has the ability to kick it up a notch and go into another gear. Like they just find another gear. They find another gear. And I'm going to take out my my sheet of affirmations. And this is one I have marked with a green star. And it's because I trust in the Lord, He strengthens me and causes me to soar above all obstacles and limitations. Because I trust in the Lord, He strengthens me and causes me to soar above all obstacles and limitations. Like when I read that, I just get like, yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Things are tough right now. I'm tired, but let's get it. There's another gear, right? I can rest a little bit later. This is not going to kill me. I tell myself all the time, this is not going to kill me. Sometimes I work 7 days a week, and sometimes I have to pace myself throughout that 7 days a week, but I tell myself, this is not going to kill me. This is what I have to do right now. And I talked to you folks about this like before. It's your season. It's your time. When times are hard, that's when you thrive. You become rich in the hard times, right? Because you're laying the groundwork and you're laying the foundation. And that's why it just looks like overnight. Overnight looks like people become successful overnight. It ain't overnight. They've been grinding and building and laying this foundation. So I'm going to challenge you, if you're listening to me and you're not a client, and I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to put it out there, 100,000 to $500,000 to start investing, right? Get in contact with me and let's look at how to become super efficient with what you have, right? In this market, how to take advantage of things in this market. I'm not talking about doing foolish stuff. I'm not talking about gambling. I'm talking about speculating. I'm talking about putting together a solid plan to take advantage of the hard times that we may be seeing around us in the world to come. So in the show notes, you can click on my calendar, or you can give me a call at the office, talk to Beverly. She'll get you on my schedule and we can just start rapping about stuff, right? 808-521-4401. And you can check me out on the website. Oh man, this has been awesome. So are you ready to increase your capacity to be able to thrive and be successful in tough times? I'm looking forward to it. Call me up. Tell me some wins. Share with me some of the things that are happening for you because you've been grinding, right? You've been preparing, and boom, all of a sudden now you're winning. We talked about on the previous show, winning. So thank you for allowing me to share today's show. Go bust it open. Go get big. Increase your capacity. So until next time, everybody, 1, 2, 3, let's get it.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.